It sounds like everyone else is going to be moving in together and sharing an apartment and continuing on in this journey. So I'm just curious, you know, what your plans are for that.
So we haven't had a chance to talk about it yet, but my thought was that you could move into the apartment for the first half, and then I could move in the second half, because I know we both want to be a part of it, because I know I love you all so much, and just because it didn't work out in a romantic sense, that doesn't mean that we shouldn't be able to participate when we're both still sitting here and want to do that, in my opinion.
I had not heard that strategy. That's not something I'm interested in. I love all of you. I didn't come here for you guys. The notion that we would share this experience like divorced parents, deciding which weekend days we were going to spend with our children being the other couples, is absurd. We're not picking weekends. This isn't a draft. At this point, I believe she is continuing through this process because she wants to live in the apartment building, not because of anything having anything to do with our marriage. I can't keep putting myself out there unless I get something that's not zero back.
I like that.
Him saying I'm not trying isn't true. For him not to want to compromise, you know, when I'm trying to think of solutions to these problems that we're having, and he doesn't want to entertain them, you know, that's disappointing to me, because Chris seems to be trying actively to make me look bad. And it won't happen because I'm not a bad person. It's been a tough journey for me. I just want everyone to remember that, like, I came in this with the best intentions as everyone else did and put in all the work like everyone else did. I feel happy that I can say that, but just know that it hurts that this happened this way for me. This hasn't been easy for me. And,
It's okay. It's okay.
We understand.
All talk aside, I just need to know if you are all out. That's it. It's the only question I have.
Do you understand what he's saying? See? Yeah.
but I think it's not a conversation.
In front of everybody. Yeah, exactly.
Never is.
Well, I think you have to also respect her decision if she doesn't want to talk about personal things in front of a
that's
group of
what
people.
it is.
So if you guys do owe each other a conversation,
Absolutely.
which I think should have. You know, I know you have questions that you want answered, and I had a conversation with Alyssa earlier, and she's willing to sit down with you and answer every question that you have. And I feel like once you guys have that conversation, you would know how to move going forward. But I also do agree that it's not our business, and
she
that you
doesn't wanna
don't
do
need
it
to
in
speak
front of
about it in
everyone.
front of us.
Yeah.
If I put myself in Chris's shoes, my whole honeymoon, I haven't had an answer.
Oh, well, you know, there's things that I can't talk about and this and that. Those are excuses. I feel so bad for the man.
His heart is so big, though, that he's hoping for that 1% so he could give his 100 still.
Either someone's trying or they're not.
I know, but that's not fair to say, though, because I'm still sitting here with everyone, including you, next to me. And so you can't say that I'm not trying, because I'm still here. And I had many chances to leave, and I didn't.
Okay. Does that mean that you're trying to decide whether or not to try?
Well, I think I've said it, that I'm not going to talk about that right now. And I think I would appreciate it if you could respect that, because we're in a huge group. And like I said, that's not something I can just sit here and say, like, yes or no to right now.
I mean, you could have flown out yesterday, but what is Boston's temperature right now? 60 degrees? We're in 90 degrees. So let's be real. That was a bull answer, but it makes her feel good to go to sleep at night that she thinks she has given even half the effort or a quarter or even a piece of what, I can't talk to other couples, but what I've done for my wife to make her smile, she's out her mind.